चलो एडियाबेटिक प्रोसेस हम लोग पढ़ चुके हैं up to work done of adiabatic process we have done. So now today we will discuss about that isobaric process. We will start with isobaric process, right? isobaric process के बारे में क्या बताया था मैंने, जरा याद करो. Tell me what we discussed, what we said about isobaric process. क्या होता है isobaric process? It is the one where pressure remains constant. Isobaric process where pressure is constant, right? Pressure is constant. ठीक है, प्रेशर कांस्टेंट रहेगा. सो दैट मीन्स अकॉर्डिंग टू थर्मोडायनेमिकल सिस्टम dq is equal to du plus dw. dq is equal to du plus dw, where all three contents, I mean heat exchange, change in internal energy and the work done, all three are available in an isobaric process. ठीक है, all three terms are available in isobaric process where we can write down dq being the heat exchange. ठीक है, being it is done in constant pressure, we can write down this is Ncp dt, right? Because as I told you that in presence of constant pressure, in case of constant pressure, okay, heat change will be given by Ncp dt, and where volume is constant, there we write down it is Ncv dt. So it is Ncp dt is the change in heat exchange. As far as change in internal energy is concerned, that should be always Ncv dt, right? Either it is a constant pressure term or constant volume term, Ncv dt will always be the change in internal energy value, and dw is always pdv. dw is always pdv. So in the previous two processes like isothermal and adiabatic, we first calculated the work done, and there we could see that pressure was variable. So that's why in both cases I had to change the pressure in terms of volume. Pressure had to be changed in terms of volume, but as because here pressure is constant, so therefore total work done, the total work done part, that can be written integration of dw, that is integration of pdv, integration of dw, that is integration of pdv, that will be equal to p into integration of dv, which is p into dv means volume changing from v1 to v2, so it will be final volume minus initial volume, right? P into integration of dv, that is pv2 minus pv1, we can write down that, or p into v2 minus v1. v2 minus v1 will indicate about the change in volume. So therefore work done is taken into account as integration of pdv, यानी कि अगर हमको प्रेशर पता है तो कांस्टेंट प्रेशर इनटू द चेंज इन वॉल्यूम, ठीक है, दैट विल बी द वर्क डन. और हम जानते हैं कि du क्या होगा, Ncv dt. सो total internal energy change will be total internal energy change, that can be written integration of du, यानी कि Ncv into integration of dt. अगर मेरे को change of temperature पता है from T1 to T2, if I know the change in temperature from T1 to T2, so therefore I can write down this is N into Cv into temperature change, which is T2 minus T1. Got my point? So this is the change in internal energy which will be given by Ncv dt. तो ये रह गया चेंज इन इंटरनल एनर्जी, ये हो गया वर्क डन, दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो व्हाट वी विल गेट, दैट इज the total work, total heat exchange, heat supplied to the system or heat withdrawn from the system, that will be calculated. Heat supplied to the system or heat withdrawn from the system will be calculated by adding up these two values as the work done and the internal energy change. If we get that dq calculation is coming positive, heat exchange is positive, then what does it mean? Heat exchange positive, what does it mean? That means heat has been supplied to the system. ठीक है, अगर dq heat exchange negative, that means heat lost by the system, right? Is it clear? Yes or no? Shivangshu and Pooja, are you getting the terms? Are you getting these terms? Fine. So this is about the isobaric process. There will be no special terms applicable. There will be no special formula for work done. There will be no special formula for internal energy change, as well as there will be no special formula for dq. It will be the general calculation, as because all three quantities are measurable in case of isobaric process. In case of isobaric process, all terms are measurable. Heat exchange measurable, change in internal energy, that is measurable, work done, that is measurable, right? So that's why all three terms will be available here. Got it? समझ में आया? नोट कर लो इसको. Next we can move to isochoric process. Next we can move to isochoric process. In isochoric process, that is one where volume remains constant. It is the one where volume remains constant. Okay. In isochoric process, what happens? Volume remains constant. So since V is constant, this implies that change in volume dV, that must be 0. The thermodynamic system under the isochoric process must not undergo any kind of change in volume. So if volume constant dV, that is the change in volume, will be 0, and hence work done dW, which is basically the calculation of PdV, work done which is basically the calculation of PdV, that must also be 0, as because the change in volume is 0, right? Since the change in volume is 0, so we know that work done will also be 0. So work done will be 0. So work done, when work done will be 0, therefore in such condition dq will be just equal to du. dq will be equal to du only, as because there is no work done. We can write down since dw is 0. So in isochoric process, there will be no work done. So that means du as per calculation, it will be n CVDT always, even the system is under the constant volume or not, it should be always n CVDT. And here in isochoric, it is specifically a system where volume remains constant. So where volume remains constant, it will be more supported by this format of internal energy change, which is basically n CVDT. So therefore, knowing the value of n, that is the number of mole, knowing the value of Cv, that is the molar specific heat capacity at constant volume, and by knowing the change in temperature, we can calculate the internal energy change. So net internal energy change, net internal energy change, net internal energy change can be written integration of du. So that is equal to n Cv into integration of dt, which can further be written as n Cv final temperature minus initial temperature, that is the overall change in temperature. Is that clear? Are you getting this point? So once we calculate the internal energy change value, therefore the net work, the net heat added or heat released, that is net heat exchange will be numerically equal to net internal energy change. Got my point? Where internal energy change will be positive, obviously temperature will increase, and that means heat will be added to the system. When internal energy change will be positive, that means calculation of the heat exchange will also be positive. So if calculation of heat exchange becomes positive, that means the heat is added to the system, and as a result we can say internal energy increases means temperature increases. So this implies that dq being positive implies that heat added to the system, right? And correspondingly du positive implies that increase in internal energy or increase in temperature also. Is that clear? Are you getting this argument? That with the heat added to the system, corresponding internal energy of the gaseous system will increase, and hence correspondingly its temperature scale, that too will increase. Are you getting this? So this is the isochoric process. About this process we can evaluate the internal energy change as well as the heat exchange in the system. Either it is heat added to the system or heat withdrawn from the system. If internal energy change will be negative, then correspondingly dq will also be negative, which does mean heat will be released by the system, or in other words heat withdrawn from the system. Is that clear? Are you getting these points? Yeah, Sunny, good evening. You came late anyway. So we have discussed the isobaric process as well as isochoric process. Okay. So the last process which is to be discussed left, that is cyclic process. Okay. The last process which we need to discuss is cyclic process. After discussing the cyclic process, we will solve problems based on the various thermodynamic system and based on its various condition. So the last process to be discussed is cyclic process. So cyclic process is just not one thermodynamic system, like till now all the four systems what we have discussed, they are one individual system, one individual process. But cyclic process is not one individual process, rather it is the combination of at least two processes. Cyclic process is what? It is the combination, of at least two thermodynamic process, at least two thermodynamic process. Okay. So the result is therefore the net change in its internal energy, that must be zero. That means if you talk about the overall process, which will be the combination of at least two thermodynamic processes. Saying at least two thermodynamic process, what does it mean? Means it is of two or more thermodynamic processes combination. That means one cyclic process means two or more thermodynamic system one after another completing this overall cyclic process. So when a combination will be said to be cyclic process, when the overall internal energy change or the net internal energy change of the cyclic process will be 0. That means, that is du, which will be the sum of the internal energy of two or more processes, right, that will be equal to 0. So either it is for two process, if it is a combination of two process, then du1 plus du2 will be 0. If it is a combination of more than two, that is three process, then it will be du1 plus du2 plus du3, okay. Or if it is more than that, then it will be generalized, it can be written like that: sum of all individual internal energy change taken place in each and every thermodynamic process, their algebraic sum will be 0. All individual processes will undergo the change of internal energy and their total sum will be 0. That means that it is the cyclic process. So if overall internal energy is 0, this implies that absolute temperature, that is absolute temperature of the system, that is thermodynamic process, must have its absolute temperature of the thermodynamic system must be same between initial and final condition or final state. That is, at the initial state of the first process, absolute temperature must be equal to the final temperature of the last thermodynamic process available in the overall cyclic system. That means, suppose I can consider it like this: if there are three processes taken together forming one cyclic process, means the temperature changes can be like this, means the temperature changes can be for process 1 T1 to T2, for process 2 let it be T2 to T3, okay. For process 2, let the temperature changes again from T2 to T3, and for process 3, let it is T1, T3 back to T1 only. So can you see this thing? The temperature, absolute temperature at the initial instant of the first, that is initial state of the first process, and the final temperature at the final state of the last process must be same. so that I can say the final temperature at the end of this cyclic process comes back to the initial temperature at the beginning of the cyclic process. That means temperature value, absolute temperature of the thermodynamic system, which are taken together forming an overall cyclic system. So, in that initial temperature and final temperature must be same. Based on that, we can say net change in internal energy value must be 0. So, that overall internal energy change in the combination wise 0, but the individual processes will definitely go under the change of internal energy. Somewhere it will be positive, and in the other parts of that cyclic, rest part of the cyclic system, it must be negative, so that total sum can be 0. Got my point? So, therefore, when internal energy becomes 0, then we can write down dq will be equal to dw. dq will be equal to dw. So, that is why in cyclic process, if dq be the total heat change of the combination and dw is the total work done, where we can write down where again dq will be equal to dq1 plus dq2 plus dq3 and so on, and dw will also be equal to dw1 plus dw2 plus dw3 and so on. So, this is the way we can find the total work done as well as total heat exchange, subject to the condition net change of internal energy was 0. Net change of internal energy was 0, where total work done will again be the algebraic addition of the work done involved in each of the thermodynamic system completing the cyclic process, and the heat exchange will also be same. It will be the sum of all individual work done, sum of the all individual work done. Sorry, I am again saying wrong. dq will be the sum of the heat exchange. dq is the total heat exchange, and dq1, dq2, dq3 will be the heat exchange in the respective process. Got this one? So far as again calculation of the total work done will be depending on the calculation of individual work dones of the thermodynamic system forming the overall arrangement. Could you follow this or not? Till now we are thorough with this. So far as the theoretical parts are concerned. Now, after this we will now let's move towards the numerical problem segment. Now, we will move for the numerical problems based on the thermodynamic situations, thermodynamic processes, either it is isothermal, adiabatic, isobaric, isochoric or cyclic process is concerned, right? Okay.